Tonight, the world feels different, though no one can explain why. The air holds a strange vibration, a stillness too deep for words. Somewhere, beyond the clouds, the moon waits to rise, ancient, silent, patient, as if it has something to deliver before the dawn arrives. You feel it before you see it, that quiet pressure behind your ribs, the awareness that something unseen is moving toward you. It's not fear exactly, but a kind of sacred urgency, the sense that the universe has chosen this night to whisper what it has been holding back for years. Time itself feels slower, denser, like every second is stretching to fit a message too vast for ordinary speech. Outside, the streets are empty, the windows dim, yet the whole earth hums beneath your feet. The voice you hear isn't coming from any speaker, it's rising inside you, calling you to listen. This has to reach you before tomorrow, it says, softly but undeniably, and you understand that whatever happens tonight will not repeat again. The rare moon of November 6, 2025, is no ordinary light in the sky. It's a celestial key turning in a lock that has been sealed since before you were born. And as its pale glow begins to touch the horizon, you realize it's not the sky that's changing, it's you. The moon climbs higher, slow and deliberate, until its full face stares directly into the human heart. It seems alive, aware, remembering every face that ever looked up in wonder or despair. The narrator within you whispers that this moon remembers you, too. Every tear you hid, every prayer you thought vanished into silence. Its silver light is not just light, it's memory, it's forgiveness, it's revelation. The sky has awakened, and in that awakening, something ancient stirs inside your chest. For a moment, you feel the invisible threads, thin as breath, strong as destiny, stretching between you and the heavens. The alignment is not just cosmic, it's intimate. Somewhere in the rhythm of your heartbeat, you can almost hear a distant echo, as though the universe is whispering your own name back to you. You stand beneath it, half in awe, half in disbelief, and the question lingers in your mind like a pulse. Why tonight? The answer doesn't come in words. It comes as sensation, a shiver along your spine, a flicker of emotion you can't name. You realize the sky is not merely watching, it's remembering. And when the sky remembers you, everything inside you begins to rise. You start to feel it, the weight of everything unspoken. Memories you buried deep begin to stir beneath the surface. Old dreams you declared impossible, regrets you wrapped in silence, emotions you never gave language to, they all begin to breathe again. The moonlight does not create them, it only illuminates what was already there. The voice inside continues softly, nothing has been lost, only waiting for light. You feel warmth spreading through your body, a strange heaviness in your chest, and for the first time in a long while, you allow yourself to feel it all. The pain, the longing, the exhaustion of carrying invisible burdens. Each breath becomes a confession. The stillness of the night acts as witness. You realize that the moon isn't transforming the world, it's transforming your awareness. It's turning your gaze inward, forcing you to see what you've avoided, the parts of you left unloved, the dreams left unfinished, the truth you never spoke. Every beam of light feels like a question. Are you ready to see yourself? In that question lies discomfort, a sacred discomfort that cracks the shell of denial. Shadows begin to move within you, not as enemies but as forgotten allies trying to speak again. The phase of silence deepens. You close your eyes and enter that inner landscape, the forest of memory, the river of emotion, the field where your younger self still waits. You see doubts taking shape like silhouettes against the silver air. You feel lost moments brushing past you like ghosts. And somewhere deeper still, you find a mirror suspended in darkness, reflecting not your face but your essence. For the first time, the shadows speak, not with words, but with a presence. They tell you that they were never meant to haunt you, they were meant to teach you. Every mistake, every heartbreak, every night you thought would destroy you was actually carving out space for more light. You begin to understand. What you call darkness is simply light that has not yet found its way home. You breathe, slow and trembling, and the air around you seems to shimmer. The narrator inside you whispers, the shadows are not here to hurt you. They are here to show you where you stopped seeing yourself. The moonlight grows stronger now, illuminating every hidden corner. You feel raw, exposed, but strangely safe. It's as though the universe itself is holding you steady while you face everything you've avoided. The night hums with silent electricity, not threatening, but awakening. You sense something shifting beneath your awareness, a tide turning somewhere unseen. You're not sure what's coming next, but you can feel its gravity pulling you closer. The line between inner and outer, between emotion and cosmos, begins to blur. You lift your eyes once more to the moon, and for a fleeting instant, it seems to breathe, like it's alive, waiting for you to finally understand. You whisper to yourself, "I'm listening." And in that whisper, something vast opens, ready to move through you. The air feels heavier now, dense with meaning, like a veil that's beginning to thin. You can sense it, something ancient is turning its face toward you. The moon hovers at the peak of the sky, vast and unblinking, spilling silver light across oceans, mountains, and forgotten hearts. It's as though time itself has stopped to watch. The rhythm of your breath syncs with the rhythm of the tide, your heartbeat with the pulse of the stars. You feel both infinitely small and impossibly significant, standing at the intersection of everything that has ever lived. The narrator within you murmurs, "The turning of the tide has begun." And it feels true, not poetic, not metaphorical, real. Every thought, every emotion, every molecule in your body seems to move to some unseen music. You close your eyes and feel it, energy rising, pressure building, an unseen wave preparing to crash through the silence of existence. It's not chaos, it's orchestration. The universe doesn't rush, it aligns. You realize this shift isn't about destruction, it's about synchronization. Everything that has been waiting in your life, every unanswered prayer, every delayed miracle, every unseen possibility, begins to vibrate with life again. The light of the moon is no longer just illumination, it's communication. The silver glow seems to hum, a low frequency that your mind can't hear but your soul instantly recognizes. The message beneath it is simple yet infinite. You were never late. The universe was waiting for your yes. You breathe those words in, and they move through your body like sacred fire. The resistance you've carried begins to melt. The fear of change, the fear of loss, the fear of your own light, it all starts to dissolve. The moon's energy feels like hands untying 1,000 invisible knots within you. The darkness you once feared now feels like a cocoon breaking open. For the first time, you understand surrender not as defeat but as arrival. And then, everything within and around you begins to align. It's subtle at first, a quiet knowing that something vast is rearranging itself. The clouds thin, the stars seem closer, even your thoughts fall into rhythm. You're standing in the middle of a living pattern, the divine geometry of existence unfolding in real time. The voice speaks again, calm but commanding, the alignment. The rare moon is no longer just an object in the sky. It's a mirror showing you the structure of reality itself, harmony hidden inside apparent chaos. The world hums with balance. You can almost see the invisible threads connecting everything, the breath of the wind with the pulse of oceans, the tears of one person with the laughter of another, the memory of your pain with the seed of your healing. It's all one movement, one eternal song, and for a fleeting moment, you're inside it. The boundaries between self and cosmos dissolve completely. You are not watching the universe is watching itself through you. And then, silence. Total, immaculate silence. The kind that doesn't feel empty but overflowing. You feel something inside you shatter, not violently, but beautifully, like glass melting into light. The tension that held your soul together loosens. The voice returns, soft as breath. Everything that could no longer stay has gone. You look around and sense it, the invisible exhale of the planet. Trees, oceans, even the wind seem still, as though the earth itself has released an old story. You realize this shattering silence is not loss, it's cleansing. What has fallen away are illusions, expectations, and fears that no longer serve the new rhythm forming inside you. You are lighter, emptier, freer. The moonlight doesn't blind anymore. It comforts. There's no need to understand what's gone or why. You simply stand in the quiet aftermath, feeling the purity of what remains. Your thoughts soften, and through the hush, another awareness rises, delicate, peaceful. You sense what the moon has left behind. Not destruction, not absence, but stillness. The kind of stillness that hums with new life. The air feels different, as if every particle is aware of its purpose again. You can feel nature breathing with you, not separately, but in unity. The light now is gentle, almost tender, wrapping around you like a blanket. The voice inside murmurs, "What the moon left behind is the world, reborn in silence." You begin to see it everywhere, reflections shimmering in puddles, faint glow along the leaves, a clarity in the night sky that wasn't there before. You realize that transformation doesn't always announce itself with thunder or revelation. Sometimes it happens in the quiet, in the pause between breaths, in the stillness after the storm. As this realization deepens, you feel gratitude rising from a place beyond words. You don't know whom to thank, the moon, the sky, or the infinite intelligence that choreographed this moment, but your heart expands anyway. Gratitude doesn't need direction, it just needs truth. The narrator whispers, "It's not what the moon did to the world, it's what the world remembered under the moon." You understand now that the transformation wasn't an external event. It was recognition. The light did not enter you, it revealed you. You haven't become someone new, you've remembered who you are. In the distance, the wind changes direction. Somewhere far away, waves begin to shift. You can feel a new rhythm forming, not a return to what was, but an awakening to what is. There's a peace here that feels infinite, as if you've crossed a threshold without realizing it. And though the night continues, something within you has already turned toward morning. You sense that you are not alone in this awakening, that millions across the planet, in silent synchronicity, are feeling the same pulse. The world is not ending, it's remembering. You exhale and whisper to the night, "I understand." And in that breath, something vast listens back. Somewhere far beyond your comprehension, the same moonlight that caresses your skin also drapes over distant mountains, empty cities, and the sleeping faces of strangers you will never meet. Yet, tonight, all of you are bound by an invisible pulse, a rhythm that has no name, a remembering that moves through blood, breath, and silence alike. You are not alone in this moment, none of us are. The world has turned into a single beating heart, and every soul that ever prayed for change is part of that pulse. The narrator within you whispers, "These are the echoes of the chosen." Not chosen by superiority, but by sensitivity, the ones who could feel what others could not, the ones who carried light even in blindness. The rare moon's message is for them, for you, for every soul that ever looked up and wondered if they were being seen. And tonight you are. You can feel it, a hum at the base of your skull, a warmth in your chest, the undeniable awareness of being witnessed by something vast and loving. The moon doesn't speak with words, yet you understand it completely. Its silence says, "You are not forgotten. You are part of what's awakening." As you stand there, you begin to see beyond sight. The light of the moon is shifting now. It's no longer just silver, it's layered with blue and gold, as if dawn is being born within the darkness itself. You realize that you are standing at the edge of two worlds, the old and the new, and between them lies a bridge woven from every choice, every emotion, every breath you've ever taken. The narrator calls this space the bridge between days. It is here, in this breathless transition, that destiny reshapes itself. You look to the horizon, and the faintest glimmer of dawn peeks through, but the moon still lingers, unwilling to leave. It's as though the cosmos itself hesitates, not wanting to end this sacred exchange too soon. The air grows cooler. The world holds its breath. The narrator's voice slows, gentle but commanding. You are standing between what was and what will be, and you are ready. Ready, the word echoes within you like a bell. For so long, you have chased readiness as though it were a state you could achieve. But now you see the truth. Readiness is not perfection, it's surrender. It's the willingness to meet life without armor. You were never waiting for the right moment. The right moment was waiting for you to stop running. As this understanding settles, a calmness seeps into your being, spreading through your veins like light through water. The night's intensity begins to ease, replaced by a deep, grounded peace. The sky slowly begins to pale, shifting from indigo to violet, then to a soft blue. The moon bows low on the horizon, its face still full but fading. It's not a goodbye, it's a benediction. You sense that it's not disappearing, it's simply handing you back to the sun. You watch as that transition happens, moonlight dissolving into the first gold of dawn, and your chest tightens with gratitude so pure it hurts. When tomorrow finally sees you, it won't recognize the version of you that stood here tonight. Something ineffable has changed. The dawn approaches softly, not rushing in but arriving like a whisper. The streets are still, the world half asleep, but you are more awake than ever. The first bird sings, and its song feels like a translation of what your soul has been trying to say all along. The narrator's voice returns, quieter now. When tomorrow sees you, it will not see what you were, it will see what you've remembered. You feel that truth resonating through every cell. The transformation wasn't in the sky, it was in perception. The moon didn't turn the world into something else. It turned your gaze toward what has always been there: beauty, purpose, interconnectedness. The rare moon was never just a celestial event, it was a mirror. Every beam of light it cast upon the earth reflected back the light you forgot you carried. You close your eyes and see flashes, moments from your life, pieces of memory now glowing with new meaning. The laughter you once lost echoes faintly in the background. The faces of those you've loved and those you've lost drift across your mind like constellations shifting position. You realize that nothing is truly gone. It all just changes form. The voice whispers, "The same moon that saw your pain also witnesses your rebirth." You open your eyes, and the world looks impossibly vivid. Colors sharper, sounds deeper, air clearer. You can almost feel time breathing beside you, no longer as an enemy chasing you forward, but as a companion walking beside you. The sun begins to lift its head, soft gold spilling across rooftops, rivers, and the edges of your hands. The moon, still faintly visible, lingers, a ghost of light refusing to fade completely, as though to remind you that darkness and light are never truly separate. They are partners in awakening. You stand still, letting both lights touch you, silver fading, gold emerging, and something in you aligns perfectly with that balance. It's not an emotion, it's a realization that everything, even the things that broke you, had rhythm. You whisper into the morning, "I am not who I was last night." And the morning answers, not in words but in warmth, a gentle recognition that you have crossed the threshold. You understand now that transformation is not about becoming more. It's about remembering that you were never less. The rare moon's gift was not change, it was clarity. It showed you what was already sacred within you. It taught you that endings are not destruction, they are openings. That letting go is not loss, it is alignment. And as you breathe this truth, you feel the weight of centuries lift from your shoulders. The narrator speaks softly, "The light you seek is already within you. The moon only reminded you where to look." You look up one last time. The moon has nearly faded, but you can still feel its presence, not above you, but inside. It left something behind, a quiet frequency, a living light that hums beneath your skin. You are still yourself, but clearer, quieter, infinitely deeper. And though the world begins to wake, traffic humming, doors opening, life resuming, you carry something no one else can see, the echo of the rare moon's truth. You walk forward into the day knowing that you will never be the same again, yet strangely, more yourself than ever before. The voice inside fades to a whisper, a final thought carried by the dawn breeze. This night did not change you, it revealed you. And now the day unfolds, slow and golden, carrying with it the quiet memory of everything that happened beneath the rare moon. Though the world moves as if nothing extraordinary occurred, you feel a vibration beneath the surface of reality, a steady hum that was not there before. The trees seem to breathe differently. The air feels cleaner. Even shadows fall softer, as if light itself has learned compassion. You walk through the morning not as a spectator but as part of the divine machinery of creation, aware that every sound, every reflection, every heartbeat carries the residue of last night's alignment. The narrator's voice returns, distant yet intimate. the eternal pulse has awakened. You realize now that this is not the end of a story but the beginning of remembrance, the continuation of an infinite conversation between you and the cosmos. The rare moon has set, but its presence lingers in the rhythm of your breath, in the soft expansion of your chest with every inhale, in the tiny flicker of calm you feel when you close your eyes. You begin to notice that everything you see feels like a message. The way sunlight glints off a window becomes a signal. The way the wind brushes against your face feels like an answer. The ordinary world has turned translucent, sacred, alive. You remember the whisper from last night. You were never separate from the universe. You were the universe remembering itself. And now you understand. All along, you were not meant to wait for signs. You were meant to realize that you are one. The rare moon did not come to rescue humanity. It came to remind humanity of its own light. And you, standing here under the soft birth of morning, are that reminder in motion. You don't need to prove it, preach it, or protect it. You only need to live it, quietly, courageously, reverently. The world around you continues. Footsteps on the pavement, laughter echoing down streets, the first waves of daily life. But there's an invisible layer beneath it all, an unspoken awareness that things are not as they were. The alignment that began in the sky now hums inside human hearts. Somewhere, across oceans, another soul pauses and looks up at the fading moon, feeling that same inexplicable calm you feel now. Somewhere else, a child opens their eyes for the first time, and the world they've entered is slightly softer because of what happened last night. The change was never meant to be loud. It was meant to be lived. You sense that countless others, silent seekers, unseen empaths, quiet dreamers, have received the same message in their own language of emotion and intuition. And though none of you may meet, you are connected in ways deeper than geography or speech. You are fragments of one consciousness, remembering itself through billions of eyes. The narrator's voice becomes almost a whisper now, as if speaking from inside your thoughts rather than outside of them. The rare moon was never an omen, it was a mirror, and what it reflected was not prophecy, but potential. You breathe in that truth, and it settles like light in your lungs. Every doubt that used to define you now feels smaller, irrelevant, like dust in the sunlight. The fears that once dictated your choices dissolve when faced with the vastness you now sense within. You realize you have nothing to prove and nothing to hide. The universe doesn't require perfection from you, only participation. To live consciously is enough. To breathe with awareness is prayer. To love without demand is transformation. The voice continues, you are the continuation of that night, the human echo of celestial remembrance. Walk as if the stars still speak through your skin. The day grows brighter, but the light no longer blinds you. It reveals. Every motion of the world feels rhythmic, the sway of branches, the hum of distant engines, even your heartbeat aligning with a cosmic tempo you now instinctively know. You are not searching for signs anymore because life itself has become one continuous message. The separation between divine and ordinary has vanished. There's only isness, this vast, tender presence that threads through every moment. You smile without reason, because peace no longer depends on answers. It lives in the simple knowing that you are part of something eternal. The narrator whispers, stillness is not the absence of motion, it's the awareness beneath it. You carry that stillness now. As the sun climbs higher, you glance once more toward the sky. The moon is gone, invisible in daylight, but you can still feel it, like a heartbeat inside your heartbeat. You understand now that every cycle of light and shadow, every rising and setting, is not repetition but evolution. The universe does not circle back. It spirals forward, taking everything, including you, with it. You think of all the people who might wake today feeling something they cannot name. A sudden softness, a quiet courage, an unexplained calm. And you know they, too, have been touched by this unseen shift. The narrator speaks one last time, voice fading like mist. The rare moon will rise again, but it will not bring change, because the change is already alive within you. You stand in the brightness of morning, heart steady, mind clear, soul vast. The transformation has no ceremony, no announcement, only awareness. You realize that enlightenment is not a destination you reach, but a remembering you return to again and again. You are light learning to see itself. You are darkness learning to forgive itself. You are the meeting point between heaven and earth, between silence and sound, between yesterday and tomorrow. The pulse continues, slow, eternal, loving, and with each beat, you know you are exactly where you are meant to be. You take one final breath, and in that breath is everything. The silence before midnight, the revelation of the moon, the surrender, the alignment, the shattering, the stillness, the dawn. It all lives inside you now. You no longer wait for messages from above, you have become the message itself. And as you exhale into the glowing morning air, a quiet voice, your own, yet more, speaks the final truth. The moon has set, but its light remains in me. And in that moment of knowing, nothing more needs to be said, because everything, the sky, the earth, the breath, the silence, is already speaking.